Child, do you know that the home you are living in is not safe anymore because something really concerning is happening behind the scenes? The very foundation that you trust is being shaken, and you are unaware of the storm that is gathering. This world that you so comfortably exist in, this world that you believe is secure, is crumbling under your feet. Can you not feel the tremors in the spirit? Can you not sense the shifting winds of change? Do not be blind to the signs I am sending, for I have tried to reach you in many ways, yet you close your eyes and cover your ears. Your house, your sanctuary, the place where you seek peace, is no longer a refuge. The enemy has infiltrated even the most sacred of spaces, and his work is subtle, creeping, hidden in plain sight while you are lulled into complacency. Child, I say unto you, awake. Awake before it is too late. The time for comfort and ease has passed, for what is coming will test the very core of who you are. The walls that once stood firm around you are weakening, and the protection you have relied upon is being stripped away, piece by piece. You are not seeing what I see, for your eyes have been clouded by distractions, by the false sense of security that this world offers. I am calling you to prepare, to brace yourself, because the storm will not be gentle. It will sweep through with such force that even the strongest will stagger. But child, I am with you. I will not leave you in this hour of great trial if you will but turn to me. Can you feel the heaviness in the air? It is the weight of judgment that is building, for I am a just God, and I cannot ignore the wickedness that has run rampant in the land. My heart grieves for what I must do, but my righteousness demands that the balance be restored. The earth itself cries out for justice, for it has been defiled by the hands of men who have forsaken me. They build their empire as they raise their monuments to themselves, thinking they are invincible, but I, the Lord of hosts, shall bring it all down in a moment. What is high will be made low, and what is low shall be lifted up. My hand will sweep through this world like a consuming fire, and only those who have sought refuge in me will stand. You have been warned time and time again through my prophets, through my messengers, through the very events unfolding around you. I have spoken, yet so many still refuse to listen. The world is being misled by false assurances, deceived by illusions of peace when there is no peace to be found. People place their trust in wealth, in systems they believe are unshakable, and in their own understanding, but all of it will crumble. The economic structures that seem so secure will fall in a single day. The leaders you rely on for stability will be exposed for their corruption, and the very ground beneath you will tremble as though the earth itself is rejecting the weight of sin. Child, I tell you, now is not the time for complacency. Now is not the time to hesitate or remain indifferent in your commitment to me. The enemy is moving quickly, gathering his forces, fully aware that his time is short. Many are falling into his snares, lured by the temporary allure of wealth, power, and pleasure, but these things are fleeting and will turn to dust in their hands. Do not be one of them. I am calling to you out of my deep love for you, desiring that none should perish. Yet I will not force your decision. You must choose, and you must choose now, for the window of grace is closing fast. Look around you, child. Can you not see the unraveling happening? The storms are growing, not just in the physical realm, but in the spiritual as well. The wars, the divisions, the conflicts, all of it is part of a greater spiritual battle. This is not merely about nations fighting for dominance. It's about the kingdom of darkness trying to overcome the kingdom of light. but I have already secured the victory through my Son Jesus Christ. Yet you must stand in that victory. You must claim it, live it, breathe it, for the forces of darkness will not relent. They seek to steal, kill, and destroy. Do not be caught off guard. Do not mock as some do, asking, "Where is the promise of his coming?" My return is nearer than you realize. Even now, the trumpet is being prepared to sound, and when it does, there will be no more time. I will come suddenly like a thief in the night, and those who are unprepared will be left in darkness. The separation is already underway. The wheat is being separated from the chaff, the sheep from the goats. Which side will you be on when the final judgment is made? Will you be counted among the faithful, or will you be swept away with those who have chosen the wide road that leads to destruction? Child, hear me now. Do not harden your heart any longer. The days are short, the hour is late, and the time of reckoning is at hand. Prepare yourself, for the shaking will not cease until everything unstable is removed. Only what is built on me, on my word, will remain. I am the rock, the firm foundation, and all other ground is sinking sand. Do not wait for the storm to hit before seeking shelter, for by then it will be too late. I am your refuge, I am your strong tower, and I am calling you to run to me now while there is still time. The systems of this world are collapsing. Economies are failing. The moral fabric of society is tearing, and all of creation is groaning under the weight of corruption. But child, I have not abandoned you. I have given you my Spirit, the Comforter, to guide and strengthen you, to prepare you for what is coming. But you must listen and you must obey. You can no longer walk in your own understanding. The days of lukewarm faith are over. It is time to choose to be either hot or cold, for I will spit out the lukewarm. You must decide where you stand and stand firm, for the waves that are coming will be fierce. A great shaking is coming, one that will reach every corner of the earth. It will not spare the wealthy, the powerful, or the famous. It will reach into every home, every heart, every mind. Nothing will remain hidden, for I will expose the darkness that has been concealed beneath the surface. The idols that men have worshipped, money, fame, pleasure, security, will be shattered. They will cry out, but their idols will not save them. Only I, the Lord, can save, and I am extending my hand to you even now. Take it, child, take it before it is too late. The storm is approaching, and it will not wait. You have sensed the warning in your spirit, and you have seen the signs in the world around you. Do not ignore them, for they are my mercy calling you to awaken, to rise up, and to prepare. I am about to pour out my Spirit in a way the world has never witnessed before, and those who are ready will be mightily used in this final harvest. But those who are unprepared will miss it and be swept away by the deception already spreading rapidly. Child, know this, the enemy is tireless. He prowls like a roaring lion, seeking to devour. But I have given you the authority to stand against him. You have my word, my blood, and my name. Use them. Stand firm in the authority I have granted you, for the battle will be fierce and only intensify. But do not be afraid, for I am with you. I am your shield, your protector, and your deliverer. You are not alone in this struggle, but you must stand strong. Put on the full armor of God and be prepared to withstand the fiery arrows of the enemy. This is not a time to be passive or silent. I am calling my people to rise up and take their place as warriors in my kingdom. The time for complacency is over. The time for hiding is finished. Be bold. Be courageous, for I am with you. The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Will you be one of those workers? Will you go where I send you, child? Will you speak the words I give you? Will you stand in the gap for those who are lost, even when the world turns against you? The persecution is coming, and it will not be easy. But I have warned you in advance, so you will not be caught off guard. Blessed are those who suffer for my name's sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Do not fear those who can only harm the body, but fear the one who holds your eternity in his hands. Trust in me, and I will sustain you through the trials ahead. There are unseen forces at work in this world, forces designed to manipulate, deceive, and lead you astray. But I have given you discernment. My Spirit will guide you into all truth. You must stay close to me, for the days ahead will be dark, and many will fall away because they have not built their lives on the solid foundation of my word. Stand firm, child. The time of testing has come, but you will overcome if you are rooted in me. I am your foundation, your strength, your shield. Do not look to the left or right. Keep your eyes fixed on me. I am the way, the truth, and the life, and in me you will find peace, hope, and victory. The battle is not yet over, but the victory has already been won. Stand firm, child, and trust in me. I have given you everything you need to endure in these challenging times. I have provided you with my word, my promises, and my Spirit. You are equipped, child, but you must actively use what I have given you. Stand in the authority I've placed upon you. You are more than a conqueror through Christ who loves you. Do not fear what lies ahead, for I am with you, and I will never leave you or forsake you. The battle is not yours but mine. Trust in me, and I will deliver you, but you must stay close to me. Do not wander off. Do not be swayed by the distractions of this world. Keep your eyes fixed on me, and I will guide you through the storm. Child, do you understand that your true home is not on this earth but in a place beyond your wildest imagination? So many are trapped in the illusion that their purpose is bound to what they can see, touch, and experience in this world. They build their lives around fleeting pleasures, temporary moments, and material wealth, all of which will fade away. But I am telling you clearly, your eternal home is not here. This life is a brief moment, a vapor in the vast scope of eternity. Your true destination, the home for which you were made, is in heaven, and I urge you to devote yourself fully to pursuing that eternal reward. Look around you. Everything you see is temporary. The houses you build, the things you accumulate, the fame you chase. All of it will one day vanish. The earth itself is not your final resting place. It will be renewed and transformed, but it is not your ultimate destination. So why, child, do you invest so much time, energy, and resources in things that will not last? Why place your hope in things that will fade when I have already prepared for you an eternal home in heaven? Do not let the temporary comforts of this world deceive you, for they are mere distractions from the true purpose I have set before you. Your eternal home, child, is with me, in the kingdom I have prepared for those who love me and walk in my ways. It is a place of indescribable beauty, peace, and joy, where sorrow, pain, and death will no longer exist. In that heavenly dwelling, you will be with me forever, and all the trials of this life will fade away as you bask in the light of my glory. That is the home you should long for, the place where your heart should be fixed. I have promised that where your treasure is, your heart will follow. But understand, child, that this eternal home is not something you can earn through worldly success, nor can it be bought with silver or gold. It is not a reward for those who have accumulated wealth or fame. No, it is for those who have lived in alignment with my will, who have wholeheartedly sought me, who have loved others as they love themselves, and who have laid down their lives to follow me. The path to your eternal home is one of sacrifice, service, and devotion to the things of my kingdom, not the fleeting pursuits of this world. So, how do you work for your eternal home? You work for it by living each day with eternity in view. You work for it by investing in what truly matters: souls, relationships, acts of kindness, sharing my gospel, and living a life that reflects my love. You work for it by being a light in this dark world, showing others the way to me, and storing up treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust can destroy, and where thieves cannot break in and steal. Too many of my children are consumed with the cares of this world, focusing on things that will not last. They work tirelessly for promotions, bigger homes, newer cars, and the approval of others, yet neglect the work that truly matters, the work that will resonate throughout eternity. They forget that this life is a preparation for the life to come. Every decision, every action, every word spoken here on earth is a seed that will either bear fruit in eternity or fade away. I do not want you to be among those who, at the end of their lives, realize they have spent all their energy building temporary empires that will eventually crumble. I do not want you to stand before me empty-handed, having invested only in the here and now, with nothing to show for the life I gave you. I desire for you to receive a rich reward, to hear me say, "Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your Lord." But this can only happen if you live with eternity in your heart, if you work for the eternal home in heaven, rather than the fleeting pleasures of this earth. Do not misunderstand. Working for your eternal home does not mean neglecting your earthly responsibilities. It does not mean abandoning your family, your job, or your relationships. But it does mean prioritizing my kingdom above all else. It means seeking first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, trusting that everything you need will be provided. It means holding loosely to the things of this world, knowing your true inheritance is waiting for you in heaven. Your eternal home is a place of indescribable splendor. It is a city with streets of gold, where the light of my presence outshines the sun. There you will walk in perfect fellowship with me, and the joy of being in my presence will surpass anything you have ever known. The peace you will experience will be unlike anything on earth, for it is a peace that flows from my heart, peace that surpasses all understanding. There will be no fear, no anxiety, no more striving. You will rest in my love, fully known and fully loved for all eternity. Child, I have gone to prepare a place for you. My promise to you is that when the time is right, I will return to bring you to be with me, so that where I am, you may also be. That is your true destiny, and it is what you should live for. But understand this: the road to that eternal home is narrow. Many will take the broad, easy path that leads to destruction, but only a few will choose the narrow way that leads to life. I am calling you to walk that narrow road, to endure the hardships, and to remain steadfast in the faith, knowing that the reward awaiting you is far greater than anything this world can offer. I know the struggles you face in this life. I see the challenges, the temptations, the pressures that pull at you from every side. But I am calling you to rise above them, to fix your eyes on me, the author and perfecter of your faith. For the things of this world are fleeting, but what is unseen is eternal. Do not allow yourself to be distracted by the fleeting pleasures or concerns of this life. Set your heart on things above, not on earthly things, for your life is hidden with Christ in God. Live each day with purpose, understanding that every moment is an opportunity to glorify me, to advance my kingdom, and to prepare for the life to come. Live with the awareness that this world is not your true home. You are a pilgrim here, passing through on your way to something far greater. While you are here, I have given you a mission: to be my ambassador, to represent my kingdom, and to invite others to join you on the journey to eternity. The choices you make today will echo into eternity. Will you choose to live for yourself, seeking the temporary satisfaction that the world offers but leaves you empty in the end? Or will you choose to live for me, working for things of eternal significance, building your life on my truth, my love, and my purpose for you? The choice is yours, and the consequences of that choice are eternal. Do not be like the rich fool who stored up treasures for himself on earth, only to lose his soul. Do not be like those consumed by the cares of this world, chasing after wealth, power, and recognition, only to discover that it was all meaningless. Instead, be like the wise builder who builds his house on the rock, living with eternity in mind and working diligently for the kingdom of heaven. I am calling you to a higher purpose, to a greater mission, and to an eternal reward. Your eternal home is waiting for you, and the work you do now will determine the richness of that reward. Work with all your heart, as if unto me, not for the praise of men, but for the joy of knowing you have pleased your Father in heaven. For when you stand before me, it will not matter how much wealth you accumulated, how much power you held, or how much recognition you received. What will matter is whether you lived your life for my glory, whether you worked for my kingdom, and whether you were faithful to the call I placed on your life. So, child, I urge you, lift your eyes to heaven. See the home that awaits you, the inheritance that is imperishable, undefiled, and unfading. Let that vision of eternity drive you to live with purpose, to work with passion, and to serve with love. For your true home is not here on earth. It is in heaven with me, and that is where your heart should be. Work for it, strive for it, and know that your labor is not in vain. I am with you every step of the way, and in due time I will reward you.